Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut and I'm here outside of the Arun Jaitley Stadium and I'm joined by Atreo and Bharat Ramraj. It is PBKS versus KKR tonight, but most importantly, the clash that the fans are looking forward to is Shreyas Iyer versus KKR. Because KKR let go of their captain Shreyas Iyer last time around. And look at it this time, Punjab Kings under Shreyas Iyer's captaincy has had a complete turnaround in their season. Joining me, of course, is Atreo and Bharat. Atreo, I'll go over to you first. Like all the fans on social media have been talking about, they are calling this the Shreyas Iyer derby. And how excited are you for this match? There must not be any bad blood between KKR and Shreyas Iyer, but this little setup adds a little zing to the match, doesn't it?
See, as you said, I mean, there may not be any needle between Shreyas Iyer and the KKR management, but we as onlookers and we as fans, we tend to add these subplots to such matchups. And it's a good one. It's a good one, actually. Shreyas Iyer versus KKR. I mean, not just the captain of the KKR franchise last year, also the title winning captain and the performing batter. It was very surprising that they let him go at the auction. And PBKS, I wouldn't say they have made a complete turnaround. They have won three matches out of five. Uh, their bowling isn't the best, and still early in the day. I mean, they have shown some promise,
But
but
better than
for
last
that
season.
promise, yeah, I mean things are better than last season, but it doesn't mean they are very good. Better than last doesn't mean that it's brilliant, right? So it depends on how the last season was. So yes, I mean, having said that, I am looking forward to some excitement when Shreyas Iyer comes out to bat. He's an in-form batter, he's a champion batter in these conditions, and he can he can cause a lot of damage on his day, which has happened in this IPL already. We have seen some robust performances from his bat. So yes, I'm looking forward to this Iyer versus KKR battle. Yes, Iyer versus Iyer battle, if you can say.
Right, that makes sense. But Naman, what do you think of this little clash? Like I said to Bharat and Atra as well, that the fans are calling it the Shreyas Iyer derby, the captain versus his old franchise. And look, he's doing very very well this season. Shreyas Iyer, second highest run scorer among the Indians. It's been really good for Shreyas Iyer in that little auction.
Yeah, definitely. He has performed brilliantly well. Right now, his strike rate is what, second to Nicholas Puran. So that tells you the story how good he has fared in this tournament. And he's with Ricky Ponting at him. I think he has been opened up. He's allowed. He has some freedom, and I think he's flowing like that. He's scoring at that rate, and I think it's brilliant. He's playing brilliantly well, and this is going to be a tough task for someone like KKR to stop him because he has improved not only against short balls, but his strike rate against spinners is also significantly better now. So I think it's going to be a tough task for KKR against their former captain, old teammates, everyone. I mean, there will be a spice there. Iyer will have some kind of revenge arc thing going on for him. KKR might be upset that he didn't let them re-sign him. There will be things, there will be background noise altogether, but everyone will be focused on the match on their respective team at the moment. And Iyer in particular has a better average, better strike rate against Narayan and Varun Chakravarti as well. Both have only got him out once in T20. So this is something that Iyer will be confident about. He has improved his short ball game. He has done brilliantly well over the past season. From winning title after title, from IPL to Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy, and then Champions Trophy. Everything whatever he's getting his hands on, it's turning into gold at this moment. And I think it is going to be a spectacular event today.
Bharat, Naman brings up a good point here that Shreyas Iyer, although he's doing really well, he's going to be facing off against KKR spin duo or trio if Moeen Ali is playing or is in the playing 11. But when we look at that Mullanpur ground, do you think Shreyas Iyer will struggle against the KKR spin trio? Or do you think with the kind of history that we have at that surface, it's going to be a run fest?
Usually, you get good batting surfaces. I guess up front you will see new ball bowlers getting some swing there. That's what I've seen in the first 4 5 hours. After that, I guess it will be mostly good batting surface. So expect Shai Sahir to do well. He has had a problem in the past, but against traditional leggies, not exactly Varun Chakravarti type of bowlers, but traditional leggies, because he leaves a gap between bat and pad, and that he usually goes against him against a leg spinner who will get a little bit of in drift to him and then turn it away. But that could be someone like in this IPL Vipraj Nigam, but Varun Chakravarti is not a traditional leggy. Though I would add one point that when Shai Sair first played Varun Chakravarti, he didn't have the leg spinner, but he has now developed the leg spinner, and in the middle, Shai Sair was playing alongside Varun Chakravarti at KKR. So now he will face a bowler who also has a leg spinner, leg break alongside the googly. He doesn't use the carom ball now much. What it usually does is he bowls a leg break, or it doesn't turn much a top spinner type, and gets bounce, and then he will use the googly without much change in his grip. So much change in his action. So I think that is what Chakravarti will try to do. So that would be an interesting battle in the sense that when Shai Sair first played Varun Chakravarti, he didn't have the leg break. Now he has the leg break, so it would be interesting to see how this battle will go. But you still favor Shai Sair at a stadium like Palanpur, because there isn't much in it for spinners in that on that track.
What are your thoughts, Athreya? KKR in the last game against Chennai was phenomenal on that spin deck of Chepauk. But again, once again, they are at an Eden-like deck. What do you think? Will they struggle? What are your thoughts?
See, I mean, whether they struggle or not, whether they struggle or cruise, we'll see. But whatever it is, it won't be like it was at Chepa. In Mulanpur, in the previous games this season, in I think 2 or 3 games, in all the games we have seen that at least one team has crossed 200. So it's sort of a high scoring ground. So doesn't matter spinners or pitchers who they are, come what may, batters will go after them. Having said that, Gargi and everybody else, if you look at Punjab's bowling, none of them, not one of them, not one of their bowlers has an economy rate below 9. So their openers are scoring at 12, 13 per over. Their bowlers are also going at 10 or 11 per over, because the best bowler, I mean, in terms of economy rate, has an economy rate of something like 9.3 or 9.5. Others go above 10, 11, 12 and keep and accordingly. So it's Punjab's bowling remains a bit of a soft spot for this team, which is otherwise trying to flex their muscles in the batting department mainly. So that is where Punjab will be slightly weaker, and that is where the KKR batting will eye an opening. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a battle between Punjab's batters and KKR's bowlers. We can go into the details afterwards.
Naman, I think that's the question I was headed to. Will it be Punjab batters versus KKR bowlers? Or do you think Punjab at home will have an upper hand going into this match?
There won't be any upper hand in this game, because even if the surface is a 200 surface, Kolkata was also about to chase a mammoth score of 235, I believe, if I'm not wrong, in the last game, and in the last game at Eden. So I think their batting also has the strength that it is required to set up a 200 plus score or chase down a 200 plus score. So I think it will come down to bowler versus bowler, and I believe that in that sense, Kolkata might have an upper hand because of the way their bowlers have been bowling. It has improved game over game. Their spinners have the lowest average and economy in the against other spinners. So that is something that Kolkata might be confident about, because on the other hand, Punjab's Yuzvendra Chahal, the person who has been taking 19 wickets since 2019 till last season, is struggling by a lot. So that is where I think Punjab will struggle. They don't have Ferguson also at this point in time. He is also gone out of the tournament. So I think it will be on bowler versus bowler, which bowling department bowls the better at Mulanpur, and that is what will decide the game today. Sorry.
Bharat, Punjab Kings without a Lockie Ferguson, like Athreya said, all their bowlers are bowling at an economy of around 9. So will this hurt Punjab Kings badly, or are they fine without Lockie?
Yeah, to some extent, it should hurt them because they had pigeonholed someone like Lockie Ferguson as their death over specialist. He was doing a decent job of it as well in the slog overs to some extent. So they would definitely miss him because he was their specialist slog overs bowler. At least that was the role that was given to him. They still have a couple of options. They can select Xavier Bartlett. I really rate this bowler. He's more of a power play bowler, but he's going to get definitely going to get a little bit of nip in those conditions in Malanpur, so he might get a wicket or two. Another option, obviously, is Vijay Kumar Vaishak, who showed some potential in one of the games against Gujarat Titans in the slog overs. But you can also counter argue by telling that Sharfin Rutherford didn't show much of batting smarts because basically bowled one delivery that was over the wicket. He was angling it across the left-handed Sharfin Rutherford, and he couldn't find a way out of it or chisel out a method out of it. But he's also a decent bowler. So they have decent options. But because Lockie Ferguson was basically they had given him a role like slog over specialist, it is going to hit them hard to some extent because someone like Chahal also, if you look at other bowling options, he's going for plenty of runs. Last time I checked, his economy rate was something on the lines like 11 runs per over. So they don't have much options there. Ashdeep Singh himself, he has been a great servant for India in T20 eyes, but he has blown hot and cold in T20 cricket, even in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. I watched a couple of games when Ashdeep Singh was hit around by domestic cricketers. So there's some problem outside of international cricket where he kind of blows hot and cold. So they have problems, definitely problems in their bowling unit.
Atra, when we talk about the KKR bowling, do you think they'll stick with Moeen Ali or Spencer Johnson comes in? What will you do?
See, the impact sub rule gives the teams this flexibility. I mean, they can pick and choose depending on the toss, depending on how the match is going. They can use Moin Ali as the impact sub or something else. I think we have seen Moin Ali come in as impact sub in one of the last few matches. So Moin Ali is definitely going to add experience and knowledge of Indian conditions to this bowling lineup. And Spencer Johnson has been tried out in a few games. And we must say, we have all seen actually, there's nothing much to analyze here, but he has not been particularly effective. Having said that, I think the KKR side has a very, very balanced bowling attack. When we talk about their attack, we talk primarily about the spinners. We sometimes tend to forget that Vaibhav Arora and Harshit Rana have also been among the wickets. I mean, they are not, they will not run through. They will not run through an innings like sometimes these spinners do. They will not come back with spectacular figures like 4-0, 14-1. They will not do that. But what they will do what they will give you is they'll chip in. They'll chip in with the odd wicket here and there and won't go for too many. I mean, most of the matches, although they are some of Kolkata KKR's less celebrated bowlers this season, Arora and Rana. If you look at their economy rate, the number of wickets they have taken, as fourth and fifth bowlers, that's fantastic. In terms of effectiveness, if they are the fourth and fifth bowlers of your side, and if they produce these results, that's phenomenal. So, an underrated part of the KKR bowling unit are the pacers, and which makes them such a well balanced bowling side. See, if you see, I mean, they have seldom used a sixth bowler in the matches so far, and that is why I think. KKR's attack probably has an edge over their Punjab counterparts. But having said that, the day we say these things in the match, half an hour later, that starts half an hour later, something completely else happens. So we have seen that a number of times. So we'll possibly anticipate a few things, but not come to a conclusion.
Naman, what about you? Do you think Spencer Johnson comes in considering the surface at Mullanpur or Moeen Ali stays back in the team?
I mean, they can go with either of them, but it depends because the surface won't provide much of an assistance to the spinners. Uh, Either ways, Spencer Johnson hasn't been the best at his best outside of the conditions that he usually bowl in, that is Australia. But I don't think it is going to matter much in this say, and I feel that Moeen Ali can provide some assistance with the bat as well. And then, like Atrioso said, it's the impact rule that gives them that cushion that they can utilize both of these players at one go, and I think that is what something they can aim for. They can utilize Moeen Ali's batting if the ball is not gripping or spinning much, and if the surface is skidding, they might use Spencer Johnson. And yeah, so that is what it will come down to, and I think they will decide on basis that only.
Bharat, I was looking at the head-to-heads of the two franchises, and KKR is a clear favorite here with 21 wins in 33 matches. But this time around, Kings looks a little different. And do you think KKR batting is still an issue, or it's no longer a weakness for KKR that Punjab can exploit?
See, head-to-head record, especially in IPL, I don't really look into it much into it because every 2 seasons or every season teams keep changing. So that is why I don't look much into the past. But yes, you are right. KKR have had a problem with their batting. I guess it comes down to how they have kind of used their batters in different batting positions. For example, in one of the games, they had problems with how they organize their batting order. So somewhere they have to get the best out of Andy Russell, Rinku Singh. These are the kind of batters they have to get the best out of them because they're the power hitters for them. Rinku Singh is someone who's a finisher who can also be flexible if they really want to use him in that way. So they have to get the best out of even the likes of say someone like Ramandeep Singh, Andrew Russell, and all these guys. So that is how they have to chisel out a path so that they can get these players, they can utilize these players to the fullest. They still have, as I noted, they still have enough explosive batters or power hitters. It just comes down to how they really use them, or maybe they're a little bit conservative. They can include Lavneet Sisodia in one of the games as an impact sub. Somewhere they tended to use Manish Pandey in one of the games. Instead, they could have given the chance to youngster from Karnataka instead of the veteran Manish Pandey because obviously he's coming to the end of his career. So they can experiment in that way as well. But definitely they have the firepower in their lineup. They just have to get some of the nuts and bolts of the batting lineup right.
Atra, what do you think? KKR batting is still a weakness after their last match. And the second question to this is the follow-up question is, are you still happy with Rinku Singh's batting position, or do you think he should come up the order?
First question is that no, I don't think KKR's batting has been as formidable as their bowling because it's mostly Ajinkya Rahane who has shouldered the load, and he's played a very crucial role because unlike last season when Phil Salt and Sunil Nareen is to go berserk in almost all the matches, that has not happened. In the 6 games so far, all 6 games, they have lost at least one of their openers, if not two, inside the first 6 overs. And it's Rahane who has provided the momentum and maintained that momentum up to the middle overs. And the rest, yes, in patches they have done well. Venkatesh Iyer excelled in one match, did reasonable well in another. We have seen young Ankush Raghuvangshi put in a smart performance a few days back. Pintown Decock played came good in one game. Sunil Nareen played, I think, 1.5 knocks of substance. But overall, things are not crystallizing. I mean, as a lot of you have pointed out, they are possibly underutilizing their power hitters. Who are they? I think they start from Rinku Singh, Andre Russell, and Ramandeep Singh. So far, in the 6 matches, we have not seen them face a lot of balls. What is happening is at 3, 4, and 5, they are fielding Rahane, Venkatesh Iyer, and Raghuvangshi. Rahane is constant at number 3. Other positions have changed a bit. So when that happens, and if two of them get in, until the 15th over, there is no question of any Rinku Singh or Russell or Ramandeep. In one of the games, they tried to promote Ramandeep, which flopped. And I think that was the in-guns only. And against that chasing 230 plus, I think in that game.
I think it was the LSG game.
Yeah, when they were chasing 200 plus, 230 plus, I think in that game. Yeah. And I think batting is something which has... we are not talking about it a lot because their overall result so far is 50-50. 6 matches played, 3 won, 3 lost. So we can't say it's a very bad, nobody can say it's a bad outing so far because a lot of things can happen. Exactly, a lot of things can happen, especially if the batting doesn't click. So that is a concern that they will carry ahead at least for the next few matches, because yeah, their power hitters have not faced as many balls as one expected them to, or one wanted them to when one made this team. Why do you make this team? So that you can have players like Rinku, Russell, and Ramandeep at number 6, 7, and 8, which means 13, 14 onwards, there should be a heavy onslaught, right? There can be a heavy onslaught, which has not happened. And I think the middle order and the top order has put a bit of a pressure on the lower order, and somehow things have not been as well functioning as it should have been ideally. So that is a bit of a worry, yes, for KKR. Yeah.
Naman, is it simple for Punjab Kings at this point? Get the KKR top order and they're settled, because we're seeing that the middle order, Ramandeep Singh, Andre Russell, and the rest are not really performing.
Yeah, I mean, it will be simple for our Punjab if they are able to get the better of. I feel it will be better for them if they get the better of someone like Rahane and Venkatesh Iyer, because both of them have been getting into the best of forms. Rahane is the only player from KKR that has scored more than 200 runs by this season. So that is something that they will be focusing on. And to define further that opening run stand that Atreus gave, both of these openers haven't stood for more than 50 runs. The highest the opening partnership for KKR has been 46 runs. So that is something that they will have to figure it out. Quinton de Kock has only had one superb innings. That's it. So what are we? I mean, what are they trying to think here? That is something that they have to figure out. What is the strategy they're trying to imply? They're not able to figure out the batting order. Andre Russell hasn't had the best of the tournament, not with bat, not with ball. He scored some 17 runs in 20 balls till now. Rinku Singh, we continue to tell that he's not getting enough balls. We saw it in a losing cause. I think it was against LSG only that he tried to finish off the game, but he wasn't able to because he ran out of the balls. So I think they will need to promote. And Ankrij Raghuvanshi is not a finisher. They cannot put him down the order so low and expect Rinku to come in and bash from the first ball and get going. So I think that is something they have to figure out. I think that is where Rahane is struggling, that he's not able to understand what his team's strength is or where it lies. So that is, I think, not just Rahane but the management as well. They have to figure out. I think that might be the role of that might have been the role of Gautam Gambhir last season to help sort this out. And but this time, I think Punjab might just focus on Rahane and Venkatesh Iyer and then expect a collapse.
Bharat, there's a comment here by Sanket Jay. There is a need of transparency in toss. Yesterday, toss was quite suspicious. I didn't follow the toss, or at least I didn't follow the broadcast at the time of the toss. Bharat, do you know what Sanket is talking about here?
Actually, I was here only, I guess, talking about the task. Maybe Naman has a better understanding. Yeah. Because, yeah, I
I
was
was
here.
at the football match, so I also didn't. But I heard about this, that there's something off with the
I
toss
was
here.
here in the
So
ender of
tell
the.
us.
I didn't see the task.
Actually, not sure because I never saw it on the broadcast. I was in the field, so
Atru, do you have any idea what Sanket is talking about? Sanket, why don't you elaborate on what happened so we can, talk about it? Atru?
See, I was preparing for Poila Boishak celebration, so I didn't watch match yesterday.
All right, all right. Well,
But
Bharat,
anyway,
well,
anyway,
then,
I think
yeah.
if Sanket himself elaborates on this, or if Bharat or Naman know something about it second hand, I mean, what happened, then they can possibly throw some light on this.
Yeah, but we don't know what has happened because all of us, could not quite watch the broadcast. We followed it, but did not watch the
Yeah,
broadcast.
we were
Anyway,
Here,
mostly here. We were mostly here.
yeah, exactly. Bharat, what I want to ask you is, you spoke about Aaron Hardy possibly replacing Lockie Ferguson. What about an Azmatullah Omarzai? Do you think he has a chance in there?
actually, I would prefer someone like Xavier Bartlett. I really rate him as a bowler, but if they want Hardy, then it's absolutely fine. It's an all-round option as is Osmatullah. But in my opinion, whatever I've seen, Xavier Bartlett is the one who can play for Australia across formats, and I rate him better than Spencer Johnson. But somehow he couldn't get into the Champions Trophy squad, which I still don't understand. At least with the new ball, I expect him to take wickets. But there are other options as well. As I noted, Vijay Kumar Vaishak is also one of the options if they really want a slog over specialist, because he showed some potential against GT as well. But maybe I think they would go for Vijay Kumar Vaishak because he showed some potential against GT. If you ask me, I would take a punt with Xavier Bartlett because I think he will get them wickets up front.
Atra, who do you think it's going to be? Replacement for Lockie Ferguson?
It's a tough one because the names Bharat mentioned, Azmatullah Omar Azai, Vijay Kumar Vaishak, they have both played only one day each so far out of five. So it's very clear the team manager, they are not the first choice options for the team management. At the same time, they will have to fill up that one foreigner slot. I mean, see, Maxwell, Stoinis, and Jansen, these three are sure. But now they have to see whether they want the fourth foreigner batting or bowling. Possibly they'll look for that fourth foreigner in bowling who can bowl a bit at least, because as we noted that their bowling has not really fired, and there is a need for some strengthening over there. I think that is why they were trying out Ferguson. That is why Ferguson was played the few matches that it did. So now they will possibly go for another bowler, or at least someone who can bowl a few overs. As Bharat mentioned, it can be Bartlett, it can be. They don't have too many options actually. I mean, Omar Raza is not exactly an out-and-out bowler.
Spoiled with
He's
choices.
someone who can contribute with both.
Yes.
Spoiled for a lack of choices in this case, Sagarni. Spoiled for a lack of choices here because
Okay.
Ferguson ruled out Omar Azai, not very convincing. So who do you go for? So
No idea.
that's a tough call, and I think they,
Could be
as far
anyone.
as this position is concerned, they will take it on a match by match basis.
Yes. Okay, let's take some comments. Sanket has finally said something. He has said MS Dhoni called the referee privately instead of on mic. Must be asking, how are you? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what they said? Okay, Syed Nizamuddin is saying it's time to say goodbye to Russell and Narayan from KKR. Naman, do you think the time's up in KKR?
I don't think Narayan's time is up. Russell, I think there is something is off. He's not able to perform both with bat and ball. I think up coming up the order might help, even though that it might be the issue. But Russell with the ball when he came on in the 15th over, I think I don't remember. It was in the last game, I believe. He delivered the goods for at that in time. So I think it's not about point time is up. It's just that it's the start of the tournament. Everyone is trying to acclimatize themselves to the conditions here. It takes time. You're constantly traveling, so it takes time for the players to get into their groove. You cannot. I mean, everyone is not sure. So you're just striking the ball at 200 plus strike rate from the get go. So I mean, it will take time. He's not just doing it on the field. He's also doing it off the field. Ramandeep, I think I read it in some interview that he was saying, talking about Russell, how he has been backing him, how he has been backing him in front of the management, in front of the team, the players, and how good he has come for him. So I think it's not just about you being, I mean, you playing good part. You're also promoting others, motivating others to perform well for the team. So it's not time up yet. If Mahendra Singh Dhoni can do it at 43, I think other players can at least do it in their peaks. So I think it is not time up yet.
Well, Asim Hans has explained the entire situation, so let's read that out. Toss. He's writing an entire script here. Punt threw the coin quite far, and Dhoni leaned into the match referee's ear and whispered his call. The toss turned out to be tails, and then Murli Karthik asked the match referee what the call was. Then again, the referee whispered something inaudible in Karthik's ear. So this is what happened. Now, we're not really sure what went down there. Maybe it was too loud to hear or something. We're not giving explanations or anything, but we honestly, you can never tell what's going on. But okay, I think we're only a few seconds away from the toss actually. So let's Let's take our predictions. Atriyo, who's winning, Punjab or KKR?
Boss, on the Bengali New Year's Day, sitting in Calcutta, if I think Punjab is the favorite, I'll be thrown out. So I have no choice today.
All right, Bharat.
On paper, maybe KKR is slightly stronger, so I would give them the upper end here. Maybe PBKS are on a downward path, downward slide after winning 3-4 games. They lost one game against SRH. Maybe they will lose 2-3 in a row. So I'm giving KKR the upper end.
Naman.
Yeah, you can give KKR a better hand here. They are much stronger, I think, on paper, in the bowling department at least. But last time around, when they faced each other in Eden Gardens, I think Punjab chased down 262, a record in itself. So I think Punjab has something in there. They have a captain from Kolkata, the title winning captain. So I think I'll give it to Punjab because I think they might be confident enough to go ahead, and this is a spicy win today.
Well, then we have the toss result. Punjab Kings
What's
have
your
won the
prediction?
toss, and
What's your prediction?
mine is Punjab.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So Punjab Kings have won the toss and they have opted to bat first. I think this is only the second or third time that a franchisee has won a toss and then opted to bat first. So this is quite interesting. What is going on in Shreyas Iyer's head, or what is going on in Ricky Ponting's head? We'll find
They
out
did it
soon
in,
enough.
they did it in Bulanpur only, I guess. Shreyas Iyer in not to
Yeah,
give
yeah, yeah, yeah.
CSK. It was against
So they
CSK.
know the
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the conditions there allow you to bat first and defend
yes,
successfully well. That has happened till now
yes,
in Mulanpur.
absolutely. Absolutely. So it's interesting that Mullanpur is the only ground where teams go in and bat first. It's a nice change for sure. But thank you so much, Atriyo, Naman, and Bharat for joining. We'll take your leave, guys. Don't forget to join us at the end of the match. This is going to be one cracker, especially considering that it's Shreyas Iyer versus his old franchise. Thank you so much. See you soon.